Hey, Sangria, hope you're Savia. This is your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is motherfucking Drink Chance Podcast. Make some noise! And right now, before we get into our guests, before we get into everything, we want to let people know that September 10th is going down. N.O.R.E, N.O.R.E, Noriega's birthday weekend. We're going to do it big out here. We're going to have a barbecue and a cookout and all that, right, DJ EFN?
Yeah, we're going to do it Drink Champ style.
So that's September 10th. We want y'all to keep it. But right now, we know there's Miami Kings.
We're excited right now.
We know there's Miami's mayors. We know there's other Miami, but this is the Miami president.
This is Miami. This is Miami.
This is
right
Miami.
Here.
If he don't get your cosign, then you cannot live out here. He's the person. He's personally. If he didn't exist, a brother like me, N.O.R.E, would not exist because I always talk the worst shit on records. Exactly. But he's the guy who went to court and fought for me, my God-given right, and won. God damn it. He was part of the most controversial groups in the world and still are relevant to this day. This man is out here coaching not only he did all the craziest shit, but he's also giving back to the youth and the community. If you don't know who we talking right now, we talking about the Godfather, the father of Miami, of South Florida, of Speaking Your Mind. Right now, we got Uncle Luke in the motherfucking building. Uncle Luke, I'm such a fan of you. I've been living in Miami for 10 years, but prior to that, I've been coming to Miami 10 years before that, and I could just remember, I'm digging right into it, I could just remember Cowards in Compton.
Oh, yeah.
I could just remember that, because it's crazy, because now that I lived in Miami, and I would probably say, I lived out here 10 years, so I would probably say Miami maybe 6 years, and then Broward maybe like 3 or 4, maybe even 5. And that saying will always be, yo, you get sprayed today and all this. And I never knew that they got that from. So how did that even start? Like,
well, you gotta set it up. We had Snoop on the show a couple weeks ago, and then he talked about it. He said that when that beef popped off, they quickly found out how real Uncle Luke was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was my transition from the streets to to the music busince. You know, I still had a lot of street in me, and I still had a lot of.
So
people,
they took a shot at you first.
I think we took a shot at them.
Yeah.
What was the original beef?
Let me tell you, it was a lot of disrespect for Miami. I mean, you had at one point you had Redman. And that whole thing when they did the record where it was like, "What's up, dog? What's up, dog?" Remember they did the interlude to that?
Yeah, I remember.
They were dissing Miami.
Yeah, they were dissing us.
Yeah, because they dissing Bass.
Everybody was shitting on us.
No, I think y'all both bugging. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
they admitted that.
They
it was like when you in the business, like I'm in the business, and we're going on tour. We're trying to do shows. Niggas is giving us, this much stage to work with, and 10 or 15 minutes on stage and all that. Less than that, 1 or 2 songs. So it was just a whole lot of.
But that was when you was 2 Live Crew, or you was.
That was when it was 2 Live Crew.
So now, all right. So now Snoop and them, they do this video, and then you do like
which is Dre Day.
It was Dre Day, right?
Yeah, Dre Day.
And you do the same video, and then you had JT Money on there.
Yeah.
And then who was the other guy that was on that record? I forgot.
Was it someone from Poison Clan? Was it somebody else?
It was JT Money, and then it was another artist. That we was working with. I forget what his name.
Yeah,
damn, I draw a blank right now.
Yeah. Let's pour these drinks. Let's pour these drinks. Goddammit.
Yeah.
So you make this video. And then Snoop says it because at this time, I came out in 1997. So you guys were way before that. And then Snoop was 91, I think he said, when he was last
92,
on here.
92.
So at this time, people are just seeing Miami beaches.
Yeah.
Because he said that. He said, Luke, we figured out how real Luke was. How did that happen? Like, what did y'all see them somewhere?
Well, I mean, it was this. Back then, at that period of time, Suge Knight had everybody on. Shook. He had all the record executives. They all nervous. Everybody nervous. And so during that period of time, it was some kind of way it became, you know, a question about whether or not he got us shook. You know, I'm like, nah, nigga ain't got me shook.
Right.
You know,
right.
I'm really on some different shit. You know, I'm just in the music business right now.
And
I'm coming from some, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, so at the end of the day, you know, we made the song, they made the song, and then we ended up at Jack the Rapper. So
in Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Scrapping some of that Fat Joe liquor.
So we basically was like, you know, hey, look, you know, I went to Jack the Rapper and was like, yo, this is the time you might need to squash this.
You in the South.
Yeah. You know, they coming down, everybody coming down for the convention. So, you know, they were like, nah, we ain't got to do no talking about nothing and all that, right? So I was like, okay, well, this shit gonna go down. So, you know, once my dudes, you know, the dudes who, again, I'm making a transition from corporate world from the streets.
Right.
You know, and everybody was looking at us like, oh, these some booty shaking dudes. They playing the booty music and all that. But
thinking
you know,
y'all suckers.
Yeah, no, we ain't rapping about shit that's gonna get us put in jail.
Right.
You feel me? I would look at it like, you know, dudes who be rapping about that shit, they just rapping about a nigga who they know. They ain't rapping about somebody, they ain't really live that life like that. You feel me? So, you know, that's why I went a whole different direction with what I was talking about. But at the same time, them dudes, you know, shit happened, and my homeboys on the streets was like, yo, hey, look here, we got a problem here. You know, because they hearing the record, and they hearing the chatter, and they hearing what them dudes doing the other. And the shit went in motion where it was totally, it got into motion where I couldn't really control it to a whole degree where I'm sitting up at the hotel in Atlanta, you know, the fucking Nico Hotel, and my dudes came up there, you know, like, how the fuck y'all got here? You know, and these are the wrong dudes. And I'm like, they're like, yo, shit, we gotta step to these niggas. So it's like 8 of the most notorious motherfuckers you ever want to meet from Miami. Drove their car there. They're like, we drove here. Drove, what are we doing? You know, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hold on. We can't do this, you know, because again, I'm coming from the streets.
And you
trying
to convert.
And we loke up like that. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm like, hold on. And it was like, hey man, well, you know, we gonna kill this nigga, we gonna kill this nigga. I said, no, we ain't killing nobody. You know, well, we gonna have to touch somebody up. So shit hit the fan, you know, at that point.
And then how did y'all, after that, how did, we don't have to describe if anything happened, because, you know, we a positive show here.
Right.
But how did y'all eventually work that out?
How we worked it out? I mean, you know, I ended up having a conversation with Suge. We ended up talking, you know, and then, you know, at that time, I think the Bengals and somebody was playing Super Bowl down here. And so I kind of invited them down. I was like, yo, man, y'all come on down, hang out with me. You know, at a suite in the Dolphin Stadium. And I was like, y'all be my guests, and we all, you know, we need to squash it, because I ain't on that. You know, I'm leaving that life.
Somebody else got more salsa water? Okay.
You feel me? So then they came down, and we kind of squashed it, you know.
Now you also, this was crazy. You also had words with Run-DMC.
Oh yeah,
nah, for real? I didn't even know that.
You must have read my book.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like,
he was a promoter. You would bring him down, right, to Miami?
Because you gotta realize, like, I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying? I recently migrated but we never heard this news, because we didn't have the internet back then, you know what I'm saying? So this would be little industry things, and I remember hearing you saying somewhere, like, they were acting like pussies or something like that, Run-DMC. What happened? Let's describe that for the people.
I mean, you know, the whole thing with that was, you know, I was, again, just like you said, I was a promoter. You know, I was bringing all the hip-hop to Miami, wasn't no hip-hop. You feel me? So Run and all of them would come down, and they would be, you know, I paid them $500,000, then, you know, they ended up.
Did Luke just say he paid Run-DMC $500 for a show?
Yeah.
Let's make some noise. Look, this time out.
Well, we gotta know what era of Run-DMC
this is for all, it doesn't matter. Run-DMC is legends. Well, listen. This is for all the new artists that think you're supposed to come out and get $15,000 the first show. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who legends have to start from somewhere. So go ahead, continue.
Man, let me tell you, I was shit. We had Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde down here. He ended up fucking running Motown or something like that. You feel me? Yeah, Andre.
That's right. That's right.
So all those guys. I mean, you name it. I would bring all those guys down here. You know, because, you know, even on the radio, Miami wasn't playing no hip hop. You feel me? So then I'm like, I'm into it because I'm a DJ, and I'm bringing dudes down, bringing people from everywhere. Cali, New York, Jazzy J and all them dudes, Mantronics, you name it. Just bringing all them dudes down.
And they were acting funny or something?
Yeah, they got brand new.
Right.
Yeah, we was in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And Leo Cohen was their manager at the time.
That's when he was Leo sniffing coke, Leo. He got the pictures in his office. I seen it. He said it. This when I was the road manager, I was a coke sniffer. Continue.
Yeah, so Leo was the road manager, right? And so we in Gulfport, Mississippi, get ready to do the show. So they was like, everybody was like, yo, Run said you could only have 5 minutes on stage. Run said you gonna have one set of lights. Run said, your sound's gonna be a Run-DMC say this, Run-DMC that. I'm like, how the fuck we gonna do a show with 5 minutes on stage? And we got, we got at least 4 or 5 songs. Number one, they didn't want us on the show, no way, because they had to have us. It was like, these niggas from the South, we ain't really fucking with them. Everybody mad that we got to do a show with these guys because we selling so many records in the city to sell, the tickets. Right. So it was just too much run this, too much run that again. I'm still got this street shit in my head. So at the end of the day, I was like, man, fuck Run-DMC.
Let's make some noise for Lou. Man, fuck Run-DMC. That hurts me to my heart. But I gotta make some noise for that.
Yeah. Well, so I told Mr. Mix, I was like, Mr. Mix, this is what we're gonna do since we ain't got
shout out Mr. Mix.
Yeah. Since we ain't got but 5 minutes on stage, we just gonna cut Peter Piper. And so I went got the microphone, went on stage. Yo, these motherfuckers here, Run-DMC, them say we ain't got but 5 minutes on stage. So what we gonna do in our 5 minutes? We gonna scratch their shit. Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper. Yeah, fuck these niggas. Peter Piper, Peter Piper. They ran up on stage and all that. When they ran up on stage, then we was like, okay, let's go. Let's do what we got. So the police ended up running up on stage. Back then, nigga was packing. Right. For real. All
right, and now I know you're cool with all of these guys. But,
them my dudes, right?
But how do you like because you see why in nowadays it's so hard to squash beef, because you see how I knew about that, but that's because it wasn't on the blogs. That's because it wasn't on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
On the blog, we still be
beefing.
Trolling right now.
So would you say it was easier?
Trending.
It was easier to squash beef then?
Well, because it was easier if you was a real nigga. If you was a pussy, then it was gonna keep on.
Wow. And then you don't have the fans instigating on Twitter. Motherfuckers be instigating that shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like they just had Drake fans just ran up on Joe Budden's. Shit is real. Like you ain't see that?
Oh, those dudes that ran up?
Yeah, they ran up on Joe Budden's house. Then they got beef, and one of his fans just run up on him. Like this is a totally fucked up world.
Right.
You're glad you're out of this business, man. Make some noise for you not fucking with rap no more.
He's not out of the business. Are you completely out of the business?
Well, when you got catalog that's selling.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
They keep you on the fucking road.
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
I'm like the OJs. I stay on the road.
So now, before we get to the one of my favorite Jay-Z interviews ever was with you. We're going to get to that next. You wrote this book.
Right.
What was that like inspired by? How many years have you been in this game?
Oh man, you got to draw another blank. Probably about good 30.
Well, 85 was the label started.
Yeah, 85. 85.
Which would be the first? Would you be the first black-owned independent hip hop label?
Yes.
Let's make some noise for that, Baby, Puff Daddy, y'all relax.
I've always wanted to know. I've always told people, I was like, this gotta be one of the first presses. I don't know. That's what I say.
Yo, he loves
Is this
Miami.
one of the first presses of 2 Live?
Yeah. Oh my God! Make some noise. Let me see. Hold on, Luke Skywalker.
Got that shit at Specs. Made my mom buy it for me because I couldn't get it. I was too young.
Hey,
now when I see this.
Made by me.
Now, when I see this, it says Luke Skywalker and the 2 Live Crew. Were you always like the producer,
and
the DJ, and you was always like the main attraction?
Pretty much. It was more. I was more like I didn't really want to be in the group. You know what I'm saying? But then it was more like, all right, I need to be in the group. This shit is a little, bland. We gotta have a little bit of.
So you was already started prior to them?
Yeah. I was a DJ.
Oh, okay.
My DJ name was Luke Skywalker.
Okay, and then how did y'all meet?
Well, bringing them down, doing a concert.
Oh, they're not from Miami?
No, they're not from Miami.
Oh,
they're from LA.
Oh my God, me from New York.
Yeah,
I'm from New York. We just
all three of them. All three of them.
Well, Fresh Kid Ice is from Brooklyn. Brother Marquise is from Rochester, and Mr. Mix is from San Bernardino.
Yeah. Okay. I knew for sure Mr. Mix was.
Like when I was watching those videos, I was like, I was a kid because I was born in '77. So what year? That had to be like 87. So I must have been 10 years old watching that shit. Like Miami is the place to be.
But there was a group already. Like they was doing something because of the military they met or something, or in LA.
They was in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marquise and Fresh Kid Ice was in the military in California, and then the other original member was Yuri V-Lot. He was in the group. He was the one on the flip side of Beatbox doing the conscious rap.
I did. I did hear about it.
So we got to celebrate your book right now. Come on. Have a drink, man. Come on, man.
Hey,
we got to have a drink with Uncle Luke, man.
Bacardi.
Look, we got the right shit. This fat, you know.
This how I made all my records.
On Bacardi, what's up? He's born and raised from Miami.
Well, born in LA, but raised in Miami.
Nothing but Miami. The people know that we record this show in Miami, and you have been hands down one of the most highly requested guests because, you know what I'm saying? Because of all your history. So we're gonna celebrate.
I'm excited. We finally get Miami representation.
God damn it.
Gunplay. We had Gunplay.
And we got Ross coming up. Ross coming up. But I just want to, mid-interview say thank you so much because so many people have requested because I am not like one of them guys that want to come to a town and don't give back from the town and don't, help. And we're going to get to that phone call too. But because I you know what, right now, we'll do it right now. Because I remember you saying that. It was like some type of discrepancy with like a Drake or Wayne and I believe a Baby or something. And you said something that was real powerful to me. You said, "You guys come out here, you smoke our drugs, you fuck our women, and then you don't give nothing back to us."
Yep.
And let me tell you something. That's why I don't fuck nobody's girl in Miami. I say, Uncle Luke kept me out of that. God damn it. You kept me in Fat Joe out of that. But
you can still knock him down.
I know what you mean. I know what you meant. And so is that how you feel? Like that Miami has to have this pride in order for you guys to move forward?
Yeah. I mean, it's my thing when I made the statement I did it in my column that I do at the Miami New Times. It was more down the lines of if you move here, you feel me? Then you need to give back to the community.
Right.
You got people, and not only this community, anywhere around the country, because, back in the days when we was doing shit, on a regular basis, we knew we had to give back. I looked at every hip hop artist as a representative of their city. When the word rep came out, what city you rep. You got a guy repping. The guys over there, Lil James, them repping, Houston. You had guys repping everywhere. But at the same time, they were giving back to the community. Right. So if you live here, then if you move here, which is fine and great. Hey, look, that's an excellent thing, but go and read a fucking book to some kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're a citizen of Miami.
Right. Yeah, don't stay on South Beach.
Yeah, don't stay there.
Yeah, definitely don't stay on South Beach.
That's bullshit.
Go to Overtown. Go to Kendall.
Exactly.
Go to Alameda.
Find a goddamn
Ghouls. Go to Ghouls.
Yeah, go to Ghouls. Yeah,
go to Richmond Heights.
Find a little program that you
visit
like.
me in Kendall.
Look out for it.
It's very true because and then I remember when that statement had came out, and then nobody said nothing, but then Drake said something. And then he moved though.
Yeah, because Drake was living here for a minute.
He moved. He said, it was crazy because he said, "Tell Uncle Luke I'm out in Miami too." And then like a month later, he was gone. Like, and then, he had something to do with that, or that was just a coincidence? You don't know?
I don't know.
Let's make some noise for that. I heard Drake say that, and I'm like, all right, I want to see. And then all of a sudden, he was in California, and I was just like,
Drake is a nice guy.
Yeah, you didn't take it. You understood that.
I
understood it.
Because I like direct shots. Indirect shots.
No subliminals.
Yeah, no subliminals. So to me, that wasn't a direct shot. It was more like, I'm here. You should have mentioned me in the article too.
Right.
I was like, okay, I'm sorry. If I took a direct shot, then
nah. Yeah. So now, what's your relationship with Puff? Puff Daddy? Like, cause you guys come from
Puff my man.
Right.
Yeah, I like Puff. Puff like my little son.
That's
you know
what's
what
up.
I'm saying?
That's what's up. Let's make some noise for Puff being his little son. Goddamn. You brought salsa water? You brought salsa water? Damn, you foul guy.
Yeah.
You can't have Dominican friends. It's my friend, Mr. Lee. He forgets everything, my brother. Nobody brought salsa water. It's fucked up. This is my friend Fat Joe's vodka.
Fat Joe got a vodka?
Yeah, let's bring that over here.
Okay, what is it called? Lean back?
Royal.
Nah, lean back. That's what it should be called. Royal.
The bottle is nice.
Nice.
The bottle should be bent, right?
Right. For the lean back.
All
the way up. It's up for all the way up. So now, Uncle Luke, you hear these children nowadays. What music do you like? Sit back of a new artist, and you say, you know what? I fuck with that.
Man, I mean, I'm all over the place. I mean, when it comes to music, you know, I mean, I listen to J. Cole. I mean, I listen to all kinds. You know, I mean, as long as the guy's straight, I listen to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he,
right.
you know,
funny style.
If he's different, I don't listen to it.
Funny style.
Okay. I understand.
I just see that like
yeah, I understand. You know? I caught it. Took me a second. I caught it. So
but you know, I'm all over. I listen. You know, I love music.
Right.
You know, I love good music. I love interesting music.
Right.
You feel me? Like, okay, damn, that was different.
Right.
You know, oh man, I like that beat. I don't like if I hear the same beat. Right. Then I'm going to. I mean, it's like a whole bunch of shit with the same beat right now. So I don't really vibe with it. You know, I listen to some.
Chill.
I listen to some fucking Drake, and I listen to some. You know, I'm a Jay-Z fan. Anything.
Were there any DJs in Miami that inspired you that you looked up to? Like I know that the Frankie Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie Hollywood inspired me. I mean, he you know, everything that he did, breaking records.
Because the way that Miami DJs spun, like the ghetto style DJs, Sugar Hill DJs, Jam Pony Express. Well, they from Tampa, really, right?
Yeah, I don't know where they from.
Yeah, they were. We
never really considered them as DJs because they was more like the first studio DJs.
Right. But that,
you know, if you're a DJ in Miami, you set your fucking speakers up and you got in a battle and you had to go head to head with another group. And if you could survive that shit, you good. So Jam Pony was always doing that shit in the closet, which I like their stuff and all that. But they were in the closet doing what they had to
definitely do. Sugar Hill DJs get.
Sugar Hill, yeah.
Rest in peace, Uncle Al.
Yeah, all them boys that was on the back.
You got any Uncle Al stories? Old Uncle Al stories?
Okay.
That was a good dude, man.
I like this.
That was a good dude, man. I got to link with him at Studio 183, and he was just such a good, humble dude.
Al is like my other little son. You know, I love that dude to death. God bless his soul. You know what I'm saying? Al good people. You know, Al, you know, my last time talking to Al, he was like, Luke, you know, his whole conversation was basically down the same lines too. You know, man, you got a lot of dudes around here, man. You the only one can pretty much hold this shit down and get the respect because a lot of these other artists and a lot of these other companies doing a lot of selling out. Right. You know, you need to hold this shit down so people can, you know, still give us the respect. And probably 2 weeks after that, he died.
Because I remember I met Al for a second, and I thought he was gonna shut me down. Because this is when I'm coming up.
Is Uncle Al you're talking about?
Huh? Yeah.
Uncle Al. Okay,
rest in peace. And I met him at Studio 183. We used to go and open up for shows out there. And I remember I brought him a record, and it wasn't the typical record I thought he would like. You know, we was on some straight boom bap hip hop shit, but we repping Miami, and he said to me, as long as you repping the crib, I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
And I never forget that from him. He was super
Miami niggas is racist. It's a fact. Let's make some noise. If it ain't from Miami niggas don't support it, man. I respect that, man. I came out here and learned early. It's a fact.
Hey, did you know? Tell us. I want to know the Griff story too.
Griff,
because Griff came. You know, Griff from Public Enemy.
You had beef with him too?
No. He helped Griff.
Okay. All right, put me on.
Griff, I mean, the Griff story, I mean, Griff had just got kicked out of Public Enemy.
Because he made the Jewish comment.
Yeah, he made the Jewish comment. You know, and I like Griff, you know, as a person, because I got to meet Griff, you know, because that was a whole nother movie. We was in Savannah, Georgia. And, you know, Public Enemy had this manager, another, you know, fuck Miami, fuck this, fuck that. Y'all got 5 minutes on stage shit. And I'm like, this don't look right. Public Enemy got a little white manager, you know, talking shit like this, and I'm like, okay, fight the power, and then I beat his ass.
Oh shit! Who, the white manager?
Yeah,
let's make some noise for beating up the white manager.
So here I am beating this motherfucker up, and then here comes Griff and all them. Griff like, yo, come on. So me and him became real good friends at that time, me and Chuck. So then they ended up, you know, some kind of way he ended up getting out of the group for whatever, you know, the comments was, and then, you know, and Griff ended up coming. He had a group. He was working with Society.
Society came in.
Yeah,
that's my
so
home,
then
Society.
he came down, and then it was like, look, man, you know, explain to me what happened. You know, and I was like, okay, man, I'll look out for you. I'll put you on. You know,
he did that out of love. Like that was just on the straight.
Yeah, because anybody was fucking.
Nobody. He was blackballed. Like
and
he gave him a home.
Wow, and you signed him or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I meant by giving him a home.
That. Wow, make some noise for Luke. So I heard you say this man's name earlier. I also said his man's name earlier, but one of the funniest interviews I ever seen is that's Miami or was that Atlanta? I think it was. It was two bitches. One was eating a bitch out, and Jay-Z I'm talking about. Right. He was trying to be cool because he's just a cool character. This is my man. I spoke to him this morning. He's a cool character.
You're just stunning on us right now.
I mean, he's a cool character. But when I looked at that interview, tears was coming out my eyes because he's trying to be cool, but they're really eating each other out. Like, this is not, you can tell, like, you know when they be like, they got their lips puckered. No, these bitches is doing it for real. And Jay is standing there, Luke pouring Hennessy and shit. He like, yo, you can tell Luke is nothing faded from Luke. But Jay is like, I almost seen sweat coming down. Like, I've never seen Jay like that. Like,
he was all fucked.
Yeah, describe.
You know, that's what I used to do. I mean, I used to do I created a show called Luke's Peep Show.
Yep.
Wasn't this a segment called Captain Dick?
VHS.
This wasn't Captain Dick, a segment, something like that.
So I would, just, you know, what I would do in the show, you know, it actually came on Action Pay-Per-View, which was owned by BET.
Wow.
You feel me? So what we would do is take all the, you know, the club versions of the videos and put it on the air. So I would do a show and I would interview different artists like Lil Kim. You know, you talking about sucking dicks and all that. So I would have a big orgy right in the background. You know, I'm really just fucking with the artist. You know, Nelly did the song. Put it in your mouth. So I had a chick like, okay, go ahead and suck his dick. You know, so I'm interviewing him, and the girl pulling his pants down. He's like, yo, chill. I'm like,
just had him on here.
I'm like, you really ain't on that. You know, I'm really like, the whole thing was, y'all niggas making these records, but I want to see if you really bout that. You feel me? So I would create the whole scene about what you talking about. You know, and if you looking like, no, that let me know that you was on the bullshit.
Well, we just had Akinelli on here, and he must have took that from you. He said that.
Let me tell you. During How Can I Be Down, right, the convention, he had a boat party that was going on, and everybody knew we had to be on that boat party. And we all would get on. I think it was at Bayside. We would dock, right? So some of my dogs in here, we went on it. You get on the boat, it was calm for a second. As soon as that motherfucker took off, Luke got on the mic, and the strippers came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, had chicks sitting on 40 ounces and lifting it up, and it was the craziest shit in the world, man.
We asked all our artists these questions.
Oh, no, this is where we lose all our advertisers. This is where he fucks us up right now.
How many grandmothers out there, right? This is a different type of question.
It's a different question now?
That you know you slid, you ran dog.
Okay, it's a different question. It's a different question.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. This maybe
grandmothers.
Right now, they might be grandmothers because
you look in the room, say Luke might be one of y'all motherfuckers' daddy.
Luke might be somebody's daddy. My nigga, yo, Randy Maxwell. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta listen, man. You and Luke, man, Randy Maxwell, pick him up. But Luke, because back then, y'all didn't really have rubbers, or rubbers wasn't really popular.
Come on, what you acting?
No, I'm just saying it wasn't disease. It wasn't disease based.
He said rubbers didn't exist.
I mean,
they were popular. popping back then. The late
He said y'all had lambskin only.
And listen, when I look at your videos,
you know, once the shit got dry, the rubber was broke.
Maybe they didn't have magnums.
Because I watch your videos, and you ain't have ugly bitches. Like,
no.
It's a big difference. Like, you will get bitches to get naked. But if they're already twos, they're already ones with low self-esteem, it's easy to get her naked. But when you got the 25 chick that lead,
no, you gonna get naked. You gonna eat some pussy. You gonna put this bottle in your pussy. You gonna put a baby doll in your pussy, and I want to see you have it right here.
Reverse birth.
You gonna put a cell phone in your pussy, and I'm gonna call your old.
I'm gonna call your pussy. He said I'm gonna call your pussy. I'm gonna call your pussy.
No, I gotta call your ovary. I gotta tell you fucking ovary.
Right, yo.
I did that shit one night. I had to be out of my fucking mind. You know, this shit made me do a lot of things.
Do you realize all the stuff that you would be locked up nowadays? Like, I mean,
back then worse.
Yeah,
no,
I got locked up.
But what I'm saying is, you like, I know, whoa. But what I'm saying is, nowadays they're so coarse. It's like the NBA. Like they got something called flocking and all that. Like back then, people were just hitting each other, and y'all were just fucking everywhere, having a ball. But nowadays, police would. But how did the even controversy start? Because what did they want to stop you from performing or from
going into town fucking their daughters?
Let's make some noise for who's fucking their daughters. So they bring
gotta give him.
Yeah. You drink chant for that.
Right there.
And let's toast to the book one more time, man.
The book of Luke.
The book of Luke. So your record label informs you that you're about to have a case, or
hold on.
Okay.
Time out. Record label informed me.
He's the record label.
No, I own the shit.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was.
Go ahead.
He said he literally pressed this one right here.
I pressed that motherfucker.
The first black label. That alone we got to get back to, because I want a segment on that alone. But so you receive a letter, because there's no emails back then, and they say
you got a fax.
Yeah.
Right. No, I got a letter. You know, when the kids was getting it, like we had the song "Throw the Dick."
What?
Alabama.
Throw the dick. Throw the dick.
Oh, okay.
Throw the dick for you.
I'm from New York. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We done lost them. We lost the New York guy.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
Make some noise for losing to New York.
I ain't gonna lie. I like when Miami get together.
I'm excited, man.
I'm excited. We were all excited. But so how do you find out about this?
No, you know, some parent, the PTA from Alabama. Wow. You know, one of those little schools. Shit. They hit me up, sent me a letter. Was like, hey, look, you know, the kids is getting this Throw the Dick version of the song. And I was like, I ain't really trying to have kids get it. That's not the intent. It's more for an adult thing. So then that's when I created the parental advisory sticker that you see on the records.
Oh, so you created that. You came up with that idea.
I knew this. I had that for a question for later.
I didn't even know that.
Let's just listen. People don't understand. That parental advisory sticker is so important. If that parental advisory sticker wouldn't have existed, you wouldn't have. I don't want to just half of hip hop. I'm about to start naming groups, but I gotta applaud you for that. I gotta applaud you for fighting for the rights. But I want you to go through it for the people that, you know what I'm saying, you read the book of Luke as well. But I want you to go through it for our fans. We got dumb fans. They don't read. You know what I'm saying? So
they read. Get the fuck out.
I mean, the niggas that like me don't read. I'm a resource room. I'm from the resource room. So you get that letter, and then they stop pushing the records, or
well, I get what happens. I get the letter. Because you got to remember, at that period of time, I'm the only one doing explicit lyrics on a rap record. Ain't nobody doing no cussing, no nothing. Right. So you get the letter, and then at the same time, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I got to figure this shit out. So I start using the movie industry standards. I just took that ideal, because I always know everything that I had to do, it had to be common sense, and it had to be already something that was already established. So that's when I came up with the ideal of NC 17. You feel me? Like 17 under 17 can't look at the movie. So I took that R rating system and used it in the music system, and then I alerted all the record stores that, hey, look here, I'm gonna put a sticker on here. Don't sell the kids this version, but sell them the clean version.
How did that become standard, though?
Yeah, but you did that on your own? Or?
I did that on my own.
Yeah, he did it on his own. Wow. That's what I know. How did it become standard?
It was no other hip-hop, rap, none of that.
Couldn't you have made money off of the idea of the sticker yourself?
Yeah, I should have did that. I should have patented it.
You should have patented it, but they would have had to buy it off you.
It was more about the RIAA,
right.
Adopting the sticker. So if they adopted the sticker, then it was industry standard that any other artist that would come behind me, they would just put the sticker on there. They were able to do the music that they want to do and say what they want to say in the records.
Now, when C. Dolores Tucker was coming at Tupac, that was after you, correct? When they was coming at Tupac and Snoop
and about the bulldozing over the
bulldozing. That was all I said. Yeah.
So, oh my God! But they had the parental advisor on there.
Yeah, they were just
that was the whole thing.
So you was the first project that was your idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that he actually came up with it.
I thought that came out of the court stuff and everything. So you're saying that just happened because you wanted to do it, and then
because I wanted to do it. That happened. I did that on my first record. First record, which was Throw the D, and the answer was Throw the P. That was my first record doing with 2 Live Crew, and so I did that at that period of time. And it's almost it was a no-brainer. Because at the same time, you got kids that can't buy cigarettes. Right. So you look on the back, a store owner already know not to sell the kids cigarette, beer, anything like that.
Right.
So then, I just said, okay, let me put a sticker on here that would let a clerk know, because I'm thinking about it. It's little kids that work at the record store. So you put the, sticker on there, don't sell this to the kids.
Did this have it? Nah, this one had it?
That one probably did.
Because I can tell you right now, I couldn't buy it. I told my mom, this is like some really good music.
Yeah, I actually
bought it for me.
There were a whole lot of records that went out again that didn't have the sticker. Because all this, when I'm changing over,
it's all happening.
It's all okay. All right, these new pressings will go out with the sticker on there.
Now, did you have the ideas for the video as you was recording and shit?
Yeah.
You knew that you was gonna have butt naked bitches
running
around. You knew that.
I mean, the whole thing with that, I looked at everything, because again, I'm a fucking hip hop junkie.
Right.
You feel me? So I'm coming from bringing, historic hip hop artists like Divine Sound, you name it, Tito Rock, Jazzy G, all these guys down here. So I'm from Miami. And I looked at a lot of people, don't disrespect the Ice-T and a whole lot of these other guys. They were from other places, but they want to be like New York. You know what I'm saying? I respect New York, love New York to death. But at the same time, I'm about where you from. You gotta, rep your city. So I wanted to show my city, this is what we do. We walk around half naked. We got beaches.
That's a fact.
We got all the wild shit going on. So I wanted to show that. Part of what we're about. How we living as far as the hip hop scene.
That's a fact. I drove down Miami Beach the other day, man, and I was just driving down, and it was nothing but half naked chicks here. I said, anywhere else in the world, I would call that bitch a slut. Right here, this is normal as motherfucking tire, man. Let's go. Let's make some noise for Miami being half naked.
Let me tell you, N.O.R.E. You see this club right here, the Pac Jam? That's like a rite of passage. Back in the days for Miami, like we was Kendall boys, and we was like, gotta go to Pac Jam just to prove that we legit.
Are they getting robbed in Pac Jam?
Oh yeah, you get robbed in Pac Jam. He had his club.
It's never a good hip hop club unless people get robbed in there. Let's just throw you out there.
I went to Pac Jam.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, Pac Jam was crazy.
Yeah.
Pac Jam was crazy. We was young jits going in there, and then girls getting butt naked. We were like, oh shit.
Pac Jam was like the Red Parrot in New York.
So now they're trying to ban your records, and then you go even crazier with the videos because you single-handedly, because of you, there's shows like BET. I think you created YouTube. Like
more so than video the jukebox.
Well,
the jukebox is the
video
shit that set us
jukebox. But they were showing guns. You were showing ass. Like they were showing New York artists.
It's all explicit.
You were showing that. Yeah. But I think that single-handedly transferred to YouTube because people were saying, well, you know what? We can't watch it here. Then we want to watch it somewhere else. And I think. Like in a little way, YouTube owe you some money. Let's make some noise for we're gonna start YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, send me some money.
We're gonna figure it out.
YouTube, you ain't send it now. Do something, do a deal.
But just think about it, like And then BET Jams, it had transferred to BET Jams.
Yeah, BET hated me.
They
hated me. To this day, they hate me right now.
Why? Because they couldn't play your records, or because?
Well, because I was pushing the envelope of sexually intriguing videos
and BET seemed
on
like
TV.
it was really backed by the whole gospel side of BET as well. Like it seemed like they would be offended.
Well, I mean, back then, you know, back then, black people were very, very conservative. This shit that I was doing was unheard of.
Box.
You know, I had every hip hop artist hating. You know what I'm saying? You had the kitten plays and shit. They would get on BET. They would do shows where they interview guys and be like, yo, do you like this 2 Live Crew motherfuckers and this Uncle Luke? Nah, fuck them. I don't like them. That ain't hip hop. They ain't shit. They ain't, you know, they would do that. You know, so we would be pushing the envelope through the video jukebox. You know, and be like, okay, why y'all ain't playing this shit? And they would be losing ratings and people would be looking at the box. So it became a big, real beef. And then that's when I ended up doing a show when Bob Johnson had the station, but everybody else still hated me. You know, the people that there right now, who are still there right now, they were there back then, they still hate my ass to this fucking day because I pushed the envelope so hard that, you know, they had to change their way of programming.
People just didn't understand Miami, especially.
No, I mean, it was motherfuckers from Peoria, Illinois. They sitting up there like, what the fuck? These people naked? You know, and so, they had a real problem with what we were doing.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know who those people are, but I'm telling you, you helped my childhood. I got a strong.
That was the important part.
That was the important part, man. I got a strong right hand.
He taught you the birds and the bees?
So
that was the good old days.
That was the good old days,
man. You knew where to stick it in.
I'm just sitting back watching, like, I gotta get to Miami.
Exactly.
Hey, but we gotta talk about Biggie and Luke.
Oh, that's right, Big. Y'all had beef at first.
No.
That's definitely no beef.
No, and yeah, let's talk about y'all relationship.
Big, that's my dog.
Right.
Big, me and Big, that's my guy.
What happened? How'd you link up with Big?
I mean, you know, Big, I brought him down to do a show.
Wow.
You know, it was Super Bowl weekend. And then, you know, he came in, was like, you know, him, Junior Mafia and all that.
Right.
They were like, Big was like, okay, man, I'm doing your Pac Jam. The Teen Disco was actually the big one. The second one, it was around the corner. And he was like, man, I ain't gonna do that motherfucker unless you come. Because Pac Jam here was, what we called it, was the Apollo South.
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
They would go up in there and the artists would go in there and they'd be looking like this at your ass. Like, you know, motherfucker, you better get to the song. You know, because we really ain't, you know, they were the hardest audience.
Instead of a sound man, did you have a dirty guy like who came out and like he smoked the dirty and got the people on the stage?
No, the crowd would be booing your ass and throwing shit.
Oh, wow.
It was a rite of passage, man.
So Big was like, yo, I ain't doing that motherfucker unless you come up in there.
Wow.
And so me and him, you know, we ended up linking up that weekend and we was friends forever. I mean, he would tell me stories about, you know, him being a big fan of Poison Clan. You know what I'm saying? He told me, he was like, man, this fucking JT Money. You know, before I got in the business, I got all his shit. So he was like, damn. So, you know, I'm looking at him like, he was like, nah, man, that was my dude. That's my dude. And so me and him like hit it off every time he come down. I go to New York. I would hang out with him. And we ended up doing a record together. And
you wasn't there when he died in L.A., right?
I was in L.A.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in the studio I was supposed to link up with him.
I read that somewhere.
Me and Snoop Dogg was in the studio.
That's right. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I think when you did the Breakfast Club.
So when they ended up, when they told us about him dead, then you know we were sitting in the studio.
And together. I think you said on the Breakfast Club you were supposed to meet with him somewhere.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to another party. They was at a party. We were recording, and we were supposed to go link up afterward.
Damn. God bless Big, man. God bless Junior Mafia. You know what I'm saying? And did you ever meet Tupac?
Oh, Pac was my dude.
Yeah, they
Nah, that was my guy.
Let's break down some tunes. Let's get into some. Now, is the bitches involved?
Of course.
Pac was another one of my little sons.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's make some noise for Pac being a little son. So
yeah, Pac would come down. You know, you hang out. Pac was like, George Jefferson. If you ever look at George Jefferson on the Jefferson, that motherfucker just sit in the car and talk. I mean, we would be on the road together. We see each other. He would be in my room. I'm sitting there laying down, sleep. This motherfucker still talking. I'm like, God damn. You know, I done heard every story there was. I mean, but that was Pac was my dude.
That's my nigga. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So look, let me ask you, because it had to be weird from you. Everybody knew you ran Miami after, especially all the turmoil, all the beefs, and everybody clearly knew that was your section. But now this East Coast West Coast war happens, right? It's in the middle. You cool with both sides.
Yeah.
Was it like? Did it ever feel weird to you, because Miami's a vacation place regardless?
Right.
Regardless, but now they vacationing and they all got your number. Was there ever an instance where like some East Coast dudes was out here and some West Coast dudes text you and said, "Hey," I mean, I know text wasn't back then, but you know what I'm saying, two-way you or whatever.
The brick phone.
Yeah, the brick phone, the real trap phone.
Yeah,
the real trap phone.
That DJ Khaled was selling.
So was you ever like put in a weird space because you do Miami is a neutral place?
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean. What we always told dudes when they would come down here, look at, man, you come down here, leave the beef shit. You know what I'm saying? And so we was on that. If you come down, you know, leave your issues, you know, outside of that, because we don't need that kind of heat down here. You know, we ain't want no, you know, the police and all that coming in. All right, hey, look, we didn't want no the hip hop police down here. We ain't need none of that kind of shit. So you know, me working with the police and like, we need that kind of heat. Like, hey, look, no, you don't got to worry about that, because when they had the How Can It Be Down,
and there was beef. There was a lot of beef.
Yeah, they just knew shit was gonna get crazy and all that. I'm like, yo, don't come down there with the bullshit.
There was a shootout. The Heavy D was involved. Like he wasn't shooting, but he was there.
Now, in your opinion, you both knowing Pac and Big, there's very few people who know Pac and Big. There's people who know Pac great, and there are people who know Big a little bit. There's people who know Big a lot. There's people who know Pac a little bit. But you know them, both of them great. Do you think they could have ever squashed that? Like,
no, yeah.
That would have been squashed.
I mean, on the Peep show, when Pac got out of jail, I interviewed Pac. Then I went and interviewed Biggie. And then through the interviewing process of it, it was more like I was interviewing them for the Peep show, but I was like, nigga, chill the fuck out.
Wow.
You know, so it was more me having a conversation with them about chill the fuck out. You two motherfuckers need to make money. This shit is about money. Y'all taking this to the fucking extreme, because, you know, I was in St. Louis doing a show with Big, and Big out there, you know, motherfuckers, they wanted Big to diss Pac on stage, and
like in the movie,
and they were booing. You know, I'm sitting up there like, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, the mediator of the whole shit, like, and Big wouldn't diss him. So then when I interviewed Pac was just going crazy, you know. Oh yeah, fuck this girl and did this and did that and all this. And I'm like, so when the interview over, hey, look at man, you need to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You know, so me and him had, you know, we could talk. Because I know him before he linked up with, you know, with the Death Row dudes. I knew him when he was with Digital Underground. You know, so I know this young dude, he, you know, on some Black Power shit. You know, I know where he coming from. So, you know, you ain't on, you know, I'm like, what you changed? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If you on that black man shit, which is I know that's how you raised. You always on that. You ain't on no do nothing to other black man. So, you know, we had that conversation. Then, you know, I went to go interview Biggie. Big wouldn't say one word about him. Big wouldn't talk. Big, you know, Big wouldn't say nothing. He was like, nah. You know, he just kept it like really 100. So it was they were gonna talk. You know, after I had the conversation with both of them, you know, they were gonna talk. But then, for some reason, shit happened.
You knew Pac pre-Death Row. And then what's that? After. What was it? Post Death Row.
Well, during Death Row.
Which Pac you related to more?
The Pac before
Death Row.
The Digital Underground.
It's almost like
two different people.
The Holla If You Hear Me,
totally
same person, two different people though.
Totally.
He's a Gemini, man. I can relate. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. It's almost like you know, a young dude, you know, hanging out with a crew of people. Then you conforming to that crew. You know, that's why I always, you know, when I'm working with kids, I tell kids don't be no follower. You know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about, you know, them soldiers who dead like Pac. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be your own man. You can't get caught up in, you know, the shit somebody else trying to be.
You think Pac was following though in that sense? You don't think? I think he had a plan to get out of that situation or change the trajectory of what he was trying to do. That's what everybody says, at least.
Well, when you on some real black man shit,
like Brenda got a baby, and then you go over here.
No, not exactly Brenda. I mean, he was deep. He was deep. He was on some real black man shit. You know, black power, black this. He was on some deep black man
and
stuff.
Then banging.
And then so now you get linked up with this crew who on some different shit. Then you conform to be like that. You feel me? So I knew him before that. You know, this young man who just trying to get on, trying to get his music heard, trying to do the right thing. I'm on some black man shit. He was more deeper than Public Enemy Enemy. You feel me? On that black man shit. So then when you go and you link with this crew here, then you kind of conform to that. And then now you got a whole crew of...
And you had already had beef with Death Row, so you knew what type of mind state they was.
Yeah. It was, it was like on some, we tough guy shit. So then now you got this young guy that's really, just searching for a family.
Yeah.
You bring him in, and before you know it, he conforming to, it's like become a product of your environment. So he became a product of that environment.
All right, goddamn, that was deep, man. Let's make some noise for Luke shouting out. Before we move on to that, you ever hung out with Pun as well?
Big Pun, yeah, I did a song with him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We did a song.
How was it hanging out with Pun? That was like one of my best friends.
Yeah, Pun and Joe. I remember, when I first met Joe, I went to the fucking club in the Puerto Rican club in the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm half Puerto Rican. Come on, let's go to the story. Let's get to it. Go ahead.
So I go to the club and hang out with Joe and Pun, and shit, Joe beating the shit out of some motherfucker in the club. I'm like, this motherfucker is out of control. Joe done slapped up some motherfucker in there. I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? But after that, we ended up doing a song together.
Yeah.
With Pun and some of the other guys in the group. It was
now, Luke, you put on practically the whole Miami. If they from Miami and they are artists, they either got put on through you or they got put on through a protege of you.
Right.
Like, how does that, because what was it? Trick Daddy?
Scarred. He's on Scarred.
Yeah, I got Trick came out of jail and he was staying with me. And Pit
so how did you discover
Pit was
these
out
artists?
there in the streets, running hard.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you discover Pit? I have my own idea because I have a story, but I'm not sure my story. We have something called drunk facts here.
Yeah.
Drunk facts.
Drunk facts means that we off by either a year or a day or a name.
Or 15. Or 15.
So this is my drunk facts. I have an artist named Garcia, and we did what was the club? Remember that club on South Beach? Zen. Remember Zen?
Club Zen, yeah.
I actually did the first hip-hop party there. It took me 3 months to convince the Turkish dudes to do it. So they did a freestyle battle, and my artist battled Pit. And my artist won against Pit. But in my mind, you was in the background, and you was like, Pit's the one. Did you discover him there, or am I completely? Is that drunk facts?
No, that's
drunk facts.
So drunk facts. I'm debunking drunk facts.
The good thing about drunk facts, you can be like, "That's drunk facts," and it means that's right. And drunk facts, it means
in my mind, that's right. Remember when Pitt had the cornbread braids and he was rapping like Dragon.
So
Pitbull comes up.
That's fam.
How do you make?
Well, I was chilling at the crib, and I looked at because I know.
All right, hold on, because when Miami people say crib, y'all mean two things. I noticed that when I get to Miami.
House.
You mean the house, and then you also mean the city.
Or the city.
Y'all also mean the city. So you talking about the city or the house? All right, go ahead. Nah. Because Miami, like, you're at the crib. I'm like, all right, cool. I just came to your house. You're like, nah, I'm talking about the city.
If they say brother for the crib, they mean the city.
Yeah.
If they say I'm at my crib, you at your crib.
Y'all been confusing me for years. That's why I was confused just now. I was like, all right, good.
Yeah,
so you at the crib, the house.
Chill at the house. So again, I just did this song with Pun and all them, and everything. So I'm like, okay, New York got Puerto Rican rapper Fat Joe and Big Pun and all that, right? So I'm like, I'm from Miami. I won't be complete if I don't find a Cuban rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I then said, okay. Then at the same time, I'm looking at the fucking census. And the census says, Latinos are the predominant race in America.
Numbers, it's a numbers game.
I'm like, shit, well, I gotta give me a fucking Latino rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, me being the executive, but then I'm like still saying I won't be complete if I don't find a Cuban artist from Miami because so many Cubans like my music and they, they rep me. You feel me? So I'm like, I need to do that. That'll make Luke Records complete.
Shout out to DJ Laz, by the way.
Yeah, and so I ended up going on this mad search looking for him, and they brought me a Source battle tape. They were like, they showed me a Source battle tape of this guy on there rapping. I was like, they were like, this motherfucker from Miami. I was like, I want no motherfucker that's not from Miami. I want, is he Cuban? Yeah, from Miami. Yeah. So then when I looked at the tape, I liked him. And then I was like, okay, well, go find him and brought him.
Y'all did the Lollipop song.
They brought him to the studio, to the office, and then I'm on that vibe. Like I have a guy hang out with me for like a month before I really sign him up. Cause I got to know that number one, you're original. We ain't doing no studio shit. I don't get on with that. You're original. You can write your own shit. And you got good vibes. You know what I'm saying? You understand the game. So
Pim is a real one, man.
Yeah.
He's
so
when
that's
and we got to shout out Big Teach as well. That's family as well. And Big Teach has been with Pit the whole time.
Now Trick Daddy is like one of the most phenomenal personalities hip hop has. Like his no filter, it seems like he can just get on. He literally spit on his computer the other day. I don't know if you guys seen that. It's crazy.
And he's authentic Miami. That's authentic Miami.
And did you notice that with Trick? Because he makes great music. We already know that. But his personality sometimes is what transcends the person.
I mean that's me as a record executive, producer. I always look for authentic shit. Like if you listen to H-Town, the guy has his authentic voice. You know what I'm saying? That if you hear Trick talking outside in the bushes and not knowing who out there, you'll know that's him. All my artists had that.
JT Money was the same way,
JT Money, all of them had that. That was my thing, that I would do what I would be looking for in an artist. But Trick story was similar to the story that you thought was with Pitt. Trick was in, I had a battle contest, like a 7-week battle. Whoever lasts the longest and win, I'm gonna sign them up to Loot Records. And so that's Trick ended up winning the contest.
Wow.
He battled one guy, this kid named Red, beat him, put him on the record before you know it, end the story. But his whole thing was, again, you got to vibe with me. We riding, take you on the road, which is the same thing I did to Pitt.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I take him on the road with me and put their ass out on stage and throw them in the fire. Haze motherfuckers. You ain't going to the studio unless I haze your ass. That's why they call it. You hear Pitt talking about, I went to the Luke School of Hard Knocks. I would. Really fuck you up.
Look where you at now.
Yeah, so
I've got to describe this hazing. Hold on. What is hazing like?
Hazing like when you in college. You gotta pay your dues basically. You gotta do a bunch of shit.
Water in their socks and shit.
Yeah. You gotta go through some shit. You gotta go through some shit.
I'll be on the radio. I do a radio interview and be like, "Yo, bring the city, bring the best rapper in town. If you out battle this motherfucker, I'm kicking his ass off the bus."
Wow.
And it's not just
serious.
It's not just artists. Keep in mind, he helped Khaled too, because Khaled was on Mix 96, but like he said before,
that's the underground radio station.
Yeah, Mix 96. I was on 94.7. We were right under Mix 96 at one point in the same building.
All right.
But we didn't have a straight up hip hop show in Miami, and he had his show on 99 Jams, and you brought Khaled. If I'm wrong, tell me. You brought Khaled to start doing the mix.
Yeah,
start doing the noise from Luke playing Khaled all goddamn.
So basically, I'm just like, why hasn't I'm here, Luke? I'm here. Luke didn't see me though, but you got to give him also credit for Khaled as well. He definitely helped Khaled.
Is there an artist that ever got to a certain place and you was disappointed in though?
In what way?
Just in the like, man, I thought he would have kept it real. I thought he would have kept in contact with me. I thought he would, like any type of disappointment. Like,
well, when I listen to Khaled talk, he never make mention of the show. What you talking about? He never make mention.
I mean, we know it in Miami.
Yeah,
we know
you
what
know
it is
in Miami. But if you ever listen to any interview that he's ever did, he never make mention of any of that. That
it should be
that's like
Butterfuko and you, like y'all the two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, him being on the underground, and I'm hearing this again. It's a discovery thing.
It's
I'm
true.
This
is truth, by the way. Facts.
This energetic guy on the radio.
Because he was originally from Orlando, or wasn't he from
New Orleans, Orlando, and then Miami?
Okay. Yeah, he was all over the place trying to find himself.
And you heard him on the underground radio station.
Mix 96 was big.
Mix 96. I heard him on there, and then. I wanted to see, this kid on the radio. I wanted to see what he looked like and how he vibing again. So I would go to Madhouse. They had the Madhouse party, and I was, just chilling there with Joey and check him out. And then before you know it, when I did the show, because Miami never had a mix show on the radio.
That's true. I said that in the Ed Lover interview. I talked about this.
So when Cedric Hollywood came down from Orlando to take over the radio station, I was like, we need to do a mix show. And he was like, well, you do it.
What year is this, by the way, just so we can...
Shit, I forgot.
Like 97, probably. Yeah. 96, 97.
So, I wanted to have a combination of everything. This kid spinning, hip-hop. Then Uncle Al spinning Miami. Papa Keith. And Soul Syndicate spinning... reggae, and then I would have DJ E.FN come in and spin pop every now and then. All these guys,
too?
All these guys.
It's only missing DJ EFN.
God damn, Luke, let's make some noise for Luke.
Mixtapes in the USA flea market.
I want you to finish. This is just crazy. Just blew my mind. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so I this was my way of putting them on. Right. So I did the Luke show on the radio every Friday. It would come on 99 Jams, and it would be a big show.
Big.
Yeah, motherfuckers used to line up around the corner, at the station, because I played on people's mind, which was not hard to do because they already know I get bitches naked. If I say, oh yeah, we live in the studio and everybody naked, and fucking Eminem is right now getting his dick sucked, and so everybody would bleed that, So, all those guys were personalities and they were different personalities. So I would, the guys at 99 Jams, they wanted me to fire Khaled so many times. It was like, he's too loud, he's too this, he's too that, and I would actually, they would be like, fire him, and then I'd say, fuck it, I ain't doing the show this week. So it'd be like, okay, well, we want you, so we gotta keep him. And then I would amp him up, like he would be this, I'm the baddest DJ in the world, so I would be like, yo, you the baddest DJ in Miami? Yeah, I'm the baddest DJ in Miami. Oh, so everybody else is bullshit. Oh, yeah. And so, I would push him into shit that I know.
Personality.
No, he definitely did, man.
But when I really met him, the first time I met him, it's on one of my Peep shows. He was with Fat Joe.
Yeah, because he came through that, man.
He came to a party. We had a Super Bowl party, and this young dude, Arab guy, he's selling fucking hot phones. That was my first encounter with him. He got the hot phones. It was like, okay, the bricks and shit.
I think his motto at the time was Palestinian terrorists dropping bombs on your ass.
Let's big up to Uncle Luke for talking about when Khaled had bootleg phones. To make some noise. Listen, Khaled. You got boost deals and all that shit now. And
Khaled, we waiting for you over here.
You promoting champs. Listen, motherfucker, we knew you when you had bootleg phones, nigga. Come on, nigga. I knew you too. He sold me one of them shit.
Motherfucker. Let's do it.
But at the end of the day,
You're proud of him.
I'm proud of him.
You're proud of him. I can tell because a lot of listeners can't see, but I looked at your face. There's no hate.
No.
Disappointment don't mean hate.
No.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I could be disappointed. Doesn't mean I hate you in no way, shape, or form, or fashion.
Right. I love what he's doing. I love the fact that that he's. I knew he was gonna be successful.
His drive is uncanny. His drive is crazy, man.
Yeah, you could put him in a room and he'll make fucking anything out of something. Because he's just that creative. You know what I'm saying? So I like what he's doing. I'm happy, to see that, okay, this young kid who was selling fucking bootleg phones is on the damn TV. So I sit there and be laughing. You know, you doing commercials and shit right now.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a good thing. But you know, the story should be told, and I'm disappointed.
That makes you great.
It's a part of the story.
Yeah.
You have to let young people know that I ain't just started up here.
Right.
You know, I came from here.
Exactly.
And this is the road. This is the path that I took, so you can actually do the same thing.
It's a blueprint.
Exactly. You know, you give people, hope in their mind that they can do things.
It ain't start with
like
Snapchat.
Chris Lighty used to always tell me. He used to be like, I would complain about something like, I got this flight, you'll go pick up fucking 15, 18,000. Like, yo, they ain't have first class. He used to be like, I used to hold Kid Capri's crates. Kid and Play's crates. Go in there and get your fucking, and like, it's like remembering your beginning makes you better. It makes you better. I wanted, but that's the only like person that you ever like felt disappointed at like a little bit. That's it.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
I mean,
now I can see, look in your face. You ain't hating at all. I can tell.
But
you was 100%.
Yeah, most of the artists, you know what I'm saying? Cool. You know, I was a little disappointed with 2 Live Crew. I was a little disappointed with.
Will there ever be a reunion? Will there ever be a real reunion?
in 2014 in Club Live, correct?
Yeah.
I thought y'all was back together from there.
Those guys are real.
I talk to BB all the time. I was like, yo, BB, we need to have them all together. And
and I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, I love BB. I raised BB, but I think BB is taking
drugs.
You know.
No, I'm fucking.
Did you say drugs?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You know,
BB's my man too.
Yeah, I love BB to death as a son.
Bad boys.
You know, but exactly.
Good
But
pops.
BB taking that money from over there, that's like taking money from Hitler.
Whoa.
In my opinion.
From over where?
From the Little Joe guy.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You don't
know about Little Joe.
Yeah, you don't do that.
That's going back.
Yeah, BB, you know, being I'm like, if you're that desperate, you can.
So Little Joe's still involved?
Yeah. Those guys signed up to him.
Oh shit. That's the original.
All those guys have tried to go bankruptcy, and then he went and bought them in bankruptcy. He owns all of them, so they can't do a reunion without going through him, asking him. And so for BB to be working for them, it's straight bullshit.
Just because he don't understand, and the listeners ain't gonna understand. Little Joe, was they the distributors originally of the record? Not at all. So how do they own anything?
Well, in my opinion, he stole the catalog. That's
but he didn't outright buy it.
No.
Wow.
But for BB to be working for them, that's not cool at all.
Wow, I had no idea. So it's no beef with them. It's just beef with the guy that.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you let some guy control you, I mean, it don't matter with me. I mean, I'm 20 years not doing shows with them. I mean, they. You know, if you a nigga that let a motherfucker control you, you's a pussy ass nigga. Simple as that. You know, and let some dude who don't matter control you.
How old is dude over there? Is Little Joe a person or just a label?
No, it's a little white guy,
little ass Joe,
about this big here. You know what I'm saying? So if you got dudes that control you like that, to the point where they tell you can't, go and do something for your fans and all that, that's a whole nother movie.
Wow.
Damn. It took a weird twist.
I'm disappointed right now, man.
It took a weird, because when I was when people were crying, because at first they started saying 2 Live Crew, and then I guess people we only been doing this 5 months, right? Correct.
Right. 6. We're going into our
going into 6 months. We got the #1 podcast. Let's make some noise for us. Still and then I started to notice like when the fans knew. The fans was like, no, just go with Uncle Luke. Just get Uncle Luke. Because it's not going to happen. The reunion is not going to happen. I had no idea.
We tried. We actually had aspirations of getting all y'all together.
Oh, yeah.
And then, that didn't happen.
No.
It was never going to happen.
That's a whole movie.
Yeah.
In itself. The dudes are good dudes, but again, when you're owned by this guy, when this guy paying all your bills and shit, and he got you handcuffed and you're almost like a slave, in my opinion.
Right.
They pretty much got to do what dudes say do.
Wow, that's crazy. Now, Uncle Luke, this is a problem that I've had in the past, and what I mean by that is I don't kind of like the respect of these young artists. I've been out since 1997, and there's been a couple of artists that just sample my records, and they'll clear it through the proper things, or they won't clear it through the proper things.
But they ain't call you up.
He already knew what I was going through. He already knew what I'm going through, because now I'm considered like an OG. Like they telling me an OG now. And the thing about it is, if I touch, a Curtis Blow record, or I touch, like, we come from the era of call you and listen, I'm doing this over, I'm sampling it, because we all of the same nature.
Right.
Nowadays, motherfuckers will just take your record, loop it, put it on iTunes, and by the time, even if you have a problem with it, it's like so big, it makes you look like, oh, you're mad because this record is a success. No, I'm mad because the proper respect wasn't handed to me.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care about the finances. I just care about, like, if I made a record, like I got a record called Sometimes. It's about my father. He died.
Record, yeah.
He died. So it's about Pun and my father. And I literally made that record crying.
Right.
And some of these artists take this record and be like, sometimes I want... And they changed the whole concept from this shit. Sometimes I want to fuck the bitch.
Yeah.
And sometimes
are you mad at every artist, or
I'm mad at
like
artists.
Even the young kid in his room redoing it?
Yeah, I'm mad at him too.
Without
calling me, because
how he gonna call you?
No, I'm saying reach out, dude. It's certain ways, because certain records mean too much to me to let you fuck with it. Like, if I don't know you. Like, I might not let you. You could be a dude I met before.
So you won't take it as paying homage to you. If it's a kid that can't get a hold of you. Sometimes it's not
paying homage. Sometimes it's not. Like what Drake just did with Akinelli shit. I 100% believe that was paying homage.
But that's a different level. The kid in his room that's rapping over your beat.
No, but he needs to learn though.
How's he gonna get a hold of you though?
Twitter. Everybody get a hold of me. But the thing is this. People need to learn. People need to learn that. There was a world that existed before you. If we just allow a person to just come and just do some Too Loud Crew shit, and a nigga say, like, he say me so horny, and they think they invented that.
Right.
That shit is a problem.
Right.
To
Without
me.
history, there's no future, man.
I feel like we ain't trying to sue you, artists. We ain't trying to. But just come holler at me. Get the proper respect, so I ain't never gotta say something
some common
slick.
courtesy is what you
know
want.
what I'm saying? I ain't never gotta say something slick, but. How do you feel about that? We went in. We've been going in on this episode.
I clearly understand what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
When the guys did the Pop That song.
Okay, I totally forgot about
French
that.
Montana?
French Montana, yeah.
Okay. Motherfuckers did Pop That. Never called me up. They actually called me to do a video, but they never They never let me hear the song.
Oh.
It was like, yo, we're doing a video. We want you to come and be in the video. And I was like, well, what song you doing?
Right.
They never let me hear the song.
Right.
It was like, come be in the video. The song is a big secret.
Right.
So I don't know whether it was a
surprise
or something.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I never got deep into the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Nobody never really called up and say, yo, Luke, we're gonna do we're gonna take your voice and put your voice on this song and we're gonna put this shit out. So, so I said something about it.
Right.
Down those lines.
Right.
And then it became, almost like
you look like the old hater when in all actuality, you're the young man, you're in the young man's game. Young man, show me respect and you ain't gonna be none of this.
Exactly. But and that so I clearly understand what you mean by that. Right. I mean, but a lot of these guys just don't know the history. Mm-hmm. And they, if they sit back for 1 second and say, okay, if I'm making hit records, then if I'm gonna be in the game for this amount of time, there's gonna be some more young guys after me. How would I feel if they take my shit and start rapping my shit? Because it's gonna get old. Keep living.
Right.
You feel me? You are gonna get old in the game, and a young motherfucker gonna come and they gonna take your shit. How would you feel when they take your song and start, rapping and using your hook and making that shit a big song?
There's differences though. There's differences though, because that's an official single.
I seen the artist just did my record over. Seen him in MTV and he gave me what up? I wanted to kill this nigga, my nigga. But we was in MTV offices and people called me like, cause he was coming up. He ain't popping no more. I won't say his name. So He was coming up.
It's Drink Champ. Say his name.
No. It's cool. Because he's over. If he was popping, I would say his name.
MC Over.
But MC Over, that nigga. And when I seen him, when I realized he not only he didn't even recognize me. So you just doing records. There's no respect to that. I can't respect that. Now I'm not a hater. I'm not fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. But at the same token, I was raised with respect. My moms told me to pull out a chair for a woman.
Right.
My moms told me to hold the door. My moms taught me manners. So I don't think hip hop.
But that's why he ain't in the business right now.
You know what I'm saying?
The guys, when you really think about it, the guys who are still in the business right now, the ones who have longevity, they have some sense of the history of hip hop.
Definitely.
The one hit wonders.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
they go and they come all day because they don't understand the history and they ain't trying to learn the history. You know, if you know the history, you'll be around. I mean, Jay had been around 100 years, and still making hit records.
Thank you for telling us Jay-Z's 100. Thank you.
Exactly. I mean, all those guys. I mean, Wayne and all them dudes.
You have to know the history.
The history. If you don't know the history and you sitting there and when you make a statement like that, everybody, oh man, he tripping and all that. No. You don't pay homage like that. Right. You'll be in this business and out real quick.
But y'all talking to you specifically. Are you talking about two different things? There's the artist that puts out a single and he just jacks your beat and takes the record and puts out officially. Because I'm a mixtape DJ, like so I'm saying there's the kid that anybody you rhymed on other people's beats on my mixtapes.
That's a fact.
It's not the same thing.
Freestyle, you got to. It's
no.
different.
You talking about take a single?
No. That's we need to define that.
I'm talking about redo your record.
Right. I ain't talking about album.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I have no problem with a person freestyling on my.
That's okay.
You fucking my mixtape career. I mean, I don't do it no more.
No, that's okay.
But when you take my shit, throw it out, sell it, make a profit, and then try to clear it off of me. Like it ain't. And the thing about it is, like, money ain't everything. So most people will come back and offer you some money,
right?
And it's like, damn,
knowing that you don't own,
did it for
maybe
free.
you don't own that beat because of whatever.
But you own
label
something
shit,
as an artist.
But they owe you, as an individual, as an artist.
Right? No,
they should pay homage to you.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want more.
My shit was worse than that. My shit was more like the first when I really heard about what it was. It was a fucking ad. Luke, Uncle Luke, Rick Ross, and French Montana. I didn't know who the fuck French Montana was. Who in the fuck is French Montana? Right? And they got a song, you know, and I heard the song. I was like, this motherfucking song hot than the motherfucker. But who the fuck is French Montana? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all done made a nigga off of my song.
It was a hot song, too. It was a hot song.
Hot than the motherfucker. So, you know, you know, but I you know, again, you know, that you know, people blew it up. Luke mad at French Montana. He ready to get this motherfucker. I'm like, nah.
Some regular shit.
We ended up doing a show for BET Awards and all that. And
you just did a show recently with DMX and Onyx and Gyro. My manager was out there. Luke, you still out here?
Shit, man, I'm performing. I have to tell them to stop.
Why?
Yeah, no, I love performing.
You love performing? I love
it. Yeah, it's like a hobby to me. I like going, you know, and you know, I don't do that kind of music where I just walk up and down stage and smoke a joint and be,
so
you know, talking shit. So are you still bringing
strippers with you or no? They still
we got regular dancers.
Excuse me, that's a difference?
That's AKA strippers though. Regular dancers, AKA strippers.
When they graduate, they're strippers now. No, dancers. No,
when they graduate, they dancers.
They start out as strippers and they end up as dancers? How does it go? Or they start out as dancers?
No, nowadays they just start out strippers.
Nowadays. But you got sophisticated dancers.
Dancing ass strippers.
Let's make some noise for the dancing ass strippers. We're not ending it, but I just want to thank you in the interview because you know why? I single-handedly seen that, you know, oh my God, Bacardi, Santiago, my last name. I'm sorry, I just saw that. I'm sorry, just throwing it out there. But I single-handedly seen you hold Miami down when Miami had problems with anybody. You stepped up. You wasn't holding your tongue. You shape and mold what Miami is now. And I have to thank you as a person that now lives in Miami, born and raised in New York, but this is my second home. I've been out here. This is where the show is being taped, and we wanted to personally. I was about to say we wanted to personally and just invite you here, let you know that this is your home. We got 1.
Hey man, I appreciate
we got 1.2 million people listening to us.
1.2 million.
I'm like, like 2. We got like 2 people.
Average $1 million a week. Average.
I was gonna say like 2 or 3 people.
Give or take 100,000.
But listen, we at the crib. We're at the crib, whichever way they want to use it. And we want you to know that you can come here all the time. But continuing moving on, where do you see Miami going to as far as the music scene goes? What's the next step?
As far as the music scene, I mean, you know, it's tough around here because radio stations don't support the local artists.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's true. The underground ain't as powerful as it used to be.
The pirates ain't as powerful.
Yeah.
Mixtapes don't mean nothing no more.
You know, you got, I mean, the DJs on South Beach, you know, no disrespect to none of them. They ain't really playing no Miami music. You know, so at the same time, you know, you got clubs around. It's a totally different scene. You know, if you know, like I'm out, you know, in the hood all the time, you know, at the parks and everything, and the DJs play totally different music. Than what it's similar. It's the same thing, you know. Like when I came out, you know, the difference is I was able to take, you know, songs like Peanut Butter and Jelly, and because I was nationally known, I put it out. They become nationally known. You know, and that same beat that's going on around here. So you don't have record companies in Miami that may have a national appeal. They're not going to get those artists and put them on and let people hear real Miami music. You know, I could be selling platinum H-Town R&B album, but then I'll go find a Trick Daddy, and he'll be spitting Miami slang. You feel me? And he'll do his song, and I'll then through me, I'm introducing the rest of the world to him. You don't have these artists, you know, that are from here doing that. You know, the guys who are on. The dudes who on, they ain't doing that. And then Miami does not have a sound anymore because everybody, and that's the biggest problem. And I tell a lot of these young dudes, you know, whether you like it or not, we had boom, chat, boom, chat,
the
boom,
bass,
chat.
The
you know what I'm saying? We had
and identified y'all. You knew that was Miami.
And then we had our slang because to me, hip hop is slang. You know what these niggas, you know, like you lost when you said the crib. You know, Redman lost when he said, "What's up, dog?" What's you know? So that's what the niggas saying over there. And then you'll be like, "What these niggas talking about? Cuz and blood and all that shit." So then you heard slang through the music. Right now, you know, the artists that are coming out of Miami, you don't hear Miami slang.
What did you think about Mother Superior? Because I'm that's the era I'm from. I'm with that group. What did you think about her? Do you remember Mother Superior?
She wasn't getting naked. You ain't give a fuck. Let's keep it real. Make some noise.
No, listen. I don't give a fuck.
It's a shot. It's a shot.
That's my homie. They called her the female Nas, and she was from Miami. She rep Miami. She was just on some lyrical shit.
Luke don't even remember. Look at Luke.
See, but the
Luke don't remember.
But we got mad at her when she moved to New York when she got her deal with Island.
Right. I mean, again, when the question becomes, and I try and tell these young dudes around here, you got to have a sound. Atlanta got a sound. New York got a sound. California got a sound. And right now, Miami don't have a sound anymore. On top of it, you ain't got guys putting guys on. So everybody trying to sound like fucking Atlanta. You know, and when you know, nothing you saying lyrically ain't really, you know, I don't understand what you're saying because I'm with kids every day. You know, I coach high school football, so I'm driving them home and they having a whole conversation. I'm hearing the conversation and their slang is totally different. You know what I'm saying? They call a fat girl a pepper. You know, so I ain't heard this shit. Again, you know, so just use a word like that. You know, when I'm doing records, that'll be a whole song.
Straight up.
You feel me? You know, it will be big girls and be peppers. You know, that'll be in the lyrical content of a song, and then you would get the song in Chicago, Atlanta,
and you know
or somewhere,
they talk about
and they'll be like, "What the fuck? You know what the fuck is a pepper?" This nigga keeps saying
it's
pepper.
like jit. Like y'all always use
we
jit.
Say jit. We say
y'all
jit.
use jit like as if the whole world knows
you a jit. When you
like
kid,
my son, like
jit.
I told you, my son comes in the other day and he's calling his little brother's a jit. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I come around these guys and they start using it, and I'm like, I have to be careful. Like, what the fuck is my son calling my son? Like just calling him a younger dude, but like.
And to me, that's always been hip hop.
Right.
It was the ghetto blues. You know what you talking about over here? You know when Big was making his songs. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, them dudes in Atlanta making their song. Oh, okay. Oh, that's, you know. So it was more intriguing as to what they vibing and what they talking about, as well as the slang on top of it. So now when you have the guys coming from Miami, but you sound like pop, that ain't Miami.
Right.
So technically, I'm like, it's not no Miami artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When Trick Day say, you don't know now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's some Miami shit.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, so
Trick is like the Jay-Z of Miami. Because he's lyrical and people don't give him that credit, but he's lyrical for Miami, motherfucker.
Ross will be the Jay-Z of Miami.
No, I'm telling you, before that, it's Trick.
Before that, okay.
It's Trick. Trick is the Jay-Z of Miami. He's lyrical to us.
Okay. So nobody is connecting with Miami. You know what I'm saying? None of the artists, because these artists, these young guys are really lost. I mean, like I'll go to the radio station and fucking go in on the PD and the MD. Why you ain't playing the music from Miami? And they'll be like, their business ain't right, Luke. Their business ain't right. You know, and then I'll go, and then they'll be like, and then I'll listen to a song. You know, because everybody get mad. Luke, man, you need to go and step down on these motherfuckers. When I go in there, then I listen to their shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
The shit that they are playing? Or
the shit that they have.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then they'll be like, yo, these are the songs right here. I'll be like, this ain't no fucking Miami song. These motherfuckers trying to sound like another motherfucker on the same beat.
On the same beat.
You know what I'm saying?
Beat.
So I'm really...
It's almost like reggaeton. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucked up when it comes to music. I'm real anal. I don't like studios. I go in there, my attention span is real short. If the shit ain't right, I ain't fucking with it. You know, so when I hear it in the first 1 minute, I be like, y'all motherfuckers trying to sound like somebody else. Start sounding like Miami. You know, a lot of music ain't like that. You got a couple young guys around here.
Denzel Curry is dope. From Carroll City.
So you got a couple
Black too.
Kodak Black.
Black is dope.
Yeah, when you hear dudes spitting, you know, Miami slang, and they ain't
I think it's a slang, maybe
delivering.
More than anything.
It's more the slang than anything, and they ain't delivering like some guy from Atlanta.
It's the slang, it's the neighborhood, it's the look,
and it's the beat.
aura, it's all that. The beat,
it's the fucking beat. I mean, when I put out Poison Clan, you know, which is the first Southern, you know, goddamn Southern
NWA. That's a Southern NWA.
Hardcore group. You know,
well, after Dance All Night.
Yeah, they got Shake What Your Mama Gave You. But then the next song,
they had some hardcore ass records.
You know, Life's a Bitch, So I Married One. You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers got lyrics. So you can't do it, you know, with the sound. They use the sound, they slowed it down. You know, it was the same beat, but then they sped it up whenever they needed to speed it up. But these dudes want to get away from that.
But you did see the value in society as well. Which when he finally came out, I know he came through New York. He did rep Miami, and even the dudes from from Poison Clan did Home Team. Yeah, which they didn't sound necessarily Miami, but for us cats that were into that, we were like, they're Miami. Yeah, they're repping the sound.
They're Miami. They were from New York. But then they repped with the beat. Right. I mean, JT Money was in that group. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was the Miami guy that was in the group, and then he left out. Then we did a solo album on him.
Because a kid like me, I was like, I'm going to a party, and bass music is a part of my life, reggae music is a part of my life, but I'm a hip-hop kid too. So I'm looking at Home Team, Society, Mother Superior. At least they speak in my language in Miami. Right. And that's what I was looking for.
Right.
That's true.
I like the Miami connection. Goddamn, make some noise. I have different periods of hip hop. Was my I'm gonna tell you my favorite year in hip hop had to be 1998. What was your favorite year? Like if you had to pinpoint one year.
Shit, I don't know. I mean, so many years.
So, all of them is your favorite?
Just
give me one.
I had all kind of crazy years. You name it.
How many orgies have you had? We're gonna get to that. Orgies. We're gonna get to that, but let's get to your favorite year first.
Favorite year? I don't know. Maybe I don't know, 99 or something. I don't know.
99?
This nigga had a better year after me.
Yeah.
God damn it. Make some noise for Luke. God damn it.
That's some wild ass shit.
Yo. So how many orgies have you had? Like if you could count all.
I thought you said this was a family show.
No, I was lying.
Definitely not a family show.
Not a family. We call it the drink champ.
This is what we lose families. We lose families on the show.
Orgies?
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know how many orgies I had. I don't know. I don't know.
You can't count.
I don't know.
So how did like, all right, are you a horny nigga? Is that what's going on? Like, how did you start thinking I'm just gonna have mad bitches around me?
I got my title from TK Kirkland. I'm a pussyologist, 3 steps higher than a gynecologist.
Ooh. Okay, that was hard. Let's make some noise for that. When you say TK Kirkland, you're not talking about
the pimp,
the comedian.
Oh, the comedian. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
All right.
TK Kirkland said, "Luke, you're a pussyologist, 3 steps higher than a gynecologist." I always tell people that.
Now, how many rappers came to you and said, "Luke, Gamate, that's Eddie the ass eater right there." But just so you know,
the ass eater.
If you would have brought chicks, he would have.
If Gloria Velez was here right now, he'd be her ass right now.
You discovered Gloria Velez?
But y'all should have had some girls in here.
I know, man. We fucked up. We was trying to.
Yeah, we
trying to
show
get
proof for Uncle Luke.
We was trying to get a bartender, but most importantly, we wanted you to be comfortable with liquor because this is some hip hop.
No, it was supposed to be
it's
girls.
some hip hop.
I'm gonna be comfortable around girls.
I know, man.
We done fucked up.
I thought you was married. I was like, I don't want to be violent.
I was gonna say that when the interview was on.
We should have got Coco's or Rolex.
Listen. I did. I said he's married.
We should have got to take one.
I'm married,
Easy.
right? I'm married. You've been married longer than me, but how do your wife ever look at your old videos and just look at you in disgust?
Nah, she don't listen.
She don't. She be like, so she don't even bring it up.
She accepts it.
Yeah, that's
Let me tell you. I mean, my whole thing. I mean, back in my wild days. You know, I always was real picky with chicks. You know, so everybody always thought, okay, Luke fucking all these girls. But I was real picky.
Like you cracked Tip Trail, right? Tip Trail was with you before Nelly, right? Like she was down with your crew?
No,
nothing like that. What's the other chick?
Making shit up.
No, what's the other chick? Freaky Red.
Freaky Red, yeah.
Freaky Red.
Yeah,
I was a stripper nigga at one point. Don't tell me I'm not. Nigga, I know Freaky Red and Tip Trail. All right, a little bit. I think I know it. Before my wife, I knew him. Before my wife. Let me be clear. Hold on.
Before your wife.
The way I just said that, it sounded crazy. Yeah. So
you're in trouble.
So now.
So you're gonna get the same question asked to you when you get home.
Absolutely. But now listen.
Where's your video?
Listen. No.
You know all these strippers.
No, but she did see. She did say some shit that looked at me like, for real? Like, yo. But nowadays, Luke, girls will go on Instagram. They will, be half naked, whatever, and they get all these followers.
Yeah.
And that's how people know who the bitches is in the town to fuck with. When y'all was going out of town, how did y'all know where to find the back? Because you brung your bitches with you from Miami? Like when y'all was on tour like that? Or
I would bring my girls. I'll bring my girls and I'll pick up girls in every city.
Oh my God, let's make some noise for Luke being a real pimp. Yo, let me tell you something, Luke.
But you have to get your hands dirty.
You gotta get your hands.
Yeah.
Meaning the bitch. What does that mean?
The girl and anybody that was on there, they gotta get their hands dirty.
And that means face down.
Yeah, they would have to, they would have to go through something. I mean, Freaky Red and all them be looking at the motherfuckers like, okay, and the girls would actually haze the girls.
Let's make some noise for Luke. Luke, you lived every real nigga's life, and what I mean by that, what every real nigga would want to be in life. Meaning, you did what you wanted to do, when you wanted to do it, how you wanted to do it. You fought the system. You won.
Crazy.
You got married, and now you teaching kids. That's what every real gangster nigga want to do. I'm just being honest. The only difference between you is some of the other gangsters, they become a preacher. That's their last.
He did the right way. He did the right way.
So how did you get into teaching kids? How did that,
Well, I mean, when I first got my check, I started my youth program. This is like
your first check?
My first check.
Wow.
Part of the check went to buy my mama a house, and the other part of it went to start my youth program, Liberty City Operas.
Wow.
This is like 26 years.
Right.
Wow. You know, with the program.
And for those that don't know, Liberty City is a very, very real place. Continue.
Yeah. I mean, and like I say, we got some great kids that came out of the program.
Did you go to Liberty City because you felt that they needed it the most? Or
that's where I'm from.
That's where he's from.
Okay, all right, cool.
That's where I'm from.
Now, because I knew you from the whole Miami. I know, like, you could have went to anywhere in the whole Miami.
Yeah.
But that's where you're from.
I'm City.
Right,
I'm City. Yeah.
Cool.
I ain't from all the
Trick
other
from
places.
Liberty City too, right?
Who?
Trick from Liberty City too, right?
I think Richmond Heights.
Trick from down south.
He's from the Heights, man.
Yeah, Trina
it's
from
all
Liberty
down
City.
south.
I don't know, but I know Trick. He goes
yeah.
all around, but
Ross from Carroll City.
Yeah, Carroll City. Yeah.
Gunplay from Carroll City, Miramar.
Carroll City. Yep.
All right. Pitbull is from Hialeah.
No, not at all. Westchester or Little Havana.
Westchester, New York.
No, Westchester, Miami.
You from where the lights from? I was playing. I knew what you're talking about. I'm fucking with you. So, have any of your kids ever, like, not your kids, not your physical kids, but you coach, have they ever came to you and said, "Luke, I'm trying, get it popping. Can you hook me up?"
No,
you coach Luke?
Yeah, I'm Coach Luke.
They coach.
If you call me Luke, Uncle Luke or something, your ass will be rolling 400 yards.
And now, how many people? Because I seen a special, I believe, on MTV or something. They was naming all the kids that made it from your program.
Right.
How proud are you of that moment?
Oh, I'm very proud. I mean, that's the whole point of the program. To go and save lives.
Right.
A lot of people talk about it, and and they say, "Oh, I'm doing this," but until you physically are out there every day with them, and you seeing the little ones grow up to be grown people. I walk through the airport, I see some of the kids. Hey, War Pride. You know what I'm saying? That they worked. Now they're working, and they came through the program. You see some on the NFL. Tomorrow night.
Right.
2 of our kids will be starting running backs for Cleveland Browns and Atlanta Falcons.
Wow. Let's make some noise for that.
And mind you, that in his book, I know you talked about that back in the days, there was no leagues like that.
No, it wasn't no leagues.
You basically helped create that.
Yeah, I mean, because I was, I lived in Liberty City, and because I was a good football player, I ended up going to Miami Beach, playing for, the Optimists over there in Beach High. So I was, that kid being on the bus every day, coming home down this street right here, 79th Street, 11 o'clock at night. So I was like, if I ever make 2 cents over my lunch money, I'll start a program where kids don't have to, go through that. Or riding on a bus and getting home 11 o'clock at night, they can be able to go home and be able to get the proper education that they need.
All right. That's beautiful, my brother. Now let me ask you, Luke. You just come across as a person. You don't use navigation in Miami.
Navigation?
Yeah, in Miami.
No.
He knows Miami.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you just look like you know the whole Miami.
Every now and then I use it.
But not in Miami.
Some ducked off shit.
In Miami too?
Yeah, some ducked off shit.
Okay, but you seen this city literally built this up. You seen when cocaine came to this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Keep
cocaine
it real.
Cowboys, all that.
Yeah.
You seen that.
Like, look at the way Wynwood changed. That shit's been crazy.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure
DJ
out.
Raw and them was back in the days. That shit was not the way it looked like right now.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what
that shit's crazy.
Cause I'm like, that's Overtown. You motherfuckers still Overtown or what? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Wynwood is Overtown.
Wynwood, the Puerto Rican section.
The Puerto Rican section. Don't forget the Puerto Rican section.
No, you can't forget.
Yeah, Wynwood was this small.
But for us Cubans, we were surprised about the Puerto Rican section. That shit was like an oasis for them.
Yeah, Wynwood was this small. All of a sudden, that motherfucker's this big.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm like, okay, what part of Overtown did you motherfuckers steal? It's like, okay, all right. And then the mosquitoes came, and I'm
like, fucking it up right now.
And I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers, God don't like ugly. You motherfuckers stole Overtown, and God done sent in the motherfucking mosquitoes to get y'all ass.
Who was it? You? I said, let's go to Wynwood and have drinks. He's like, no, Zika. I was like, oh shit, I already know what Zika is. I thought it was a chick. I was like, I don't want to fuck with her either. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And then they spraying that motherfucker with some other next shit.
I see that on the news.
They fucking up people with that shit.
Hey, I'm like, hold on, where the fuck did this shit pop up at?
Right.
You got Wynwood, Midtown, all that shit was Overtown.
Right. Now, Ross, in Ross' beginning of career, did you have anything to do with that? Because that was Slip and Slide, correct?
Yeah, Ross was on Slip and Slide, then me and Ross did a record.
Right.
After Ross did a diss a record on Slip and Slide.
Yep.
Oh,
he did a diss record, and then I did a record with Ross.
And then Slip and Slide thought you was dissing him too, or no?
Well, not my song wasn't a diss song. You know, I just thought he was a hot rapper, but he had a mixtape.
Right.
He had a mixtape, and he did a whole album.
Right.
And one of the records he had dissed them,
Right.
you know, on there, and then I ended up listening to the mixtape. I liked him as an artist, you know, him and Dirtbag. So I put both of them on.
Dirtbag was Cool and Dre's artist.
Yeah, I put them both on a record.
Right.
You know, I was like, these two dudes are hot as shit right here. So I ended up putting them on the record before he blew up.
Now, everybody, like, a lot of people, they say, yo, I run this town, or I'm the king, or I'm the such and such. Like, you are really, like, the king of Miami. Like, from families that praise you for helping their sons play football and get into certain things for football, and then from families that you've helped. Because when you put on a rapper, DMX said this on our third interview, he said, when you put on a rapper, you employ 8 other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, one rapper comes with 8 other motherfuckers. So if you put on just 3 rappers, what's 8 times 3?
24.
That's 24 people that you employ.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about 3. So you are like so revered, you so loved.
Definitely.
Like, you can walk around by yourself. Is that something you proud of? Because is that something you always thought that this is how you want to be? Or
Well, I didn't think it out.
Right.
You know, I just know who my mom and my dad raised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just did everything with common sense.
Right.
And at the same time, I made sure that, you know, even how big I got, whether I was in Japan, China, wherever, France or Holland, doing a show, that I would eventually end up back home. You know, and when those opportunities came to be, you know, an executive in New York and LA, get into the movie industry, I know I couldn't leave because I need to go back to Miami.
Right.
You know, because, you know, I always figured, hey, look, there got to be some other loops coming after me. If I leave like every other dude do,
Right.
you know, they'll leave their own city after they blow up. Oh, I'm going to the big lights. You know what I'm saying? In Hollywood, now you just left the city. So I always looked at it from the standpoint, you know, I really got to rep my city, and I got to
You're really
be able to put
revered.
other people on.
And I applaud you for that. Obama just recently had 2 meetings. He met with all the rappers, and then he had a party. He didn't invite me. Are you taking it personal?
He didn't invite me neither.
Fuck Obama? Are we saying fuck? No, we can't say fuck Obama until he out of office. And then we say,
What rappers did he meet with?
Nigga, Rick Ross was in there with a motherfucking house arrest chain on. He had a house arrest. Let's make some noise for Rick Ross. Keep it in Miami. He had a house arrest bracelet. Busta Rhymes was there. Khaled was there. Pusha T was there. He invited a whole bunch of niggas that I know I committed a felony with as well. And he invited them. He didn't invite me.
Yeah, this is the first I heard that.
But have you ever been invited to the White House like NWA?
No.
Because NWA had some fucked up shit, and then they actually
he went to a Republican.
NWA, Republican. I was just wondering. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
that would have been weird.
If Bernie would have won out.
Nah, Bernie. Now, are you into politics?
I'm deep into politics.
Yeah, he's a politician in his own right. Man.
All right, Akinyele tried to open a club on South Beach. They
I
shut
could have
him.
told him that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, they shut him down. So now he's trying to run for mayor of not Miami, of South Beach.
I didn't even know that was a city by itself.
Yeah, Miami Beach.
I didn't
is
even
a
know.
city.
No, he said South Beach.
Yeah, South Beach is a city.
I know Miami
that was a
Beach
city.
is, but he's saying South Beach is a city. I never knew that.
I never knew that neither. That's the first about
I know Miami Beach
You
is.
sure you got that shit right?
He said. I asked him on
He
the
was here
show.
last week.
I asked him. I said, "Are you sure it's a city?" He says a city.
Now Akinyele's from my hood in Queens, so he might be getting.
I know.
But the fact is, it doesn't matter. I think that Donald Trump.
South Beach.
Yeah, I
Donald-
hey, I don't feel bad now. He don't know that.
It doesn't matter, but this is what I think. I think that Donald Trump has set it up for people like you who have maybe a filtered past, but you have such a bright future that that people like you can run for mayor.
No, I set it up for Donald Trump.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
Break that down. I don't know if we're gonna make noise for that.
No. I mean, what I mean by that, is when I ran for mayor here, right?
You ran for mayor?
Yeah. He ran for mayor.
I came in third.
All right.
I ran, used my own money. You know what I'm saying?
What year was this? I do remember this.
Not too long ago. It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I lived out here when you did that.
The same thing you see Trump doing.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's almost like straight out of my playbook.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Basically keeping it real. You know, appealing to people who feel like they left out.
Right.
You know
Wait, do you like Trump? The way you sound like you.
No, I don't like Trump.
Oh, okay. Because I'm worried about Trump.
No. Right. Trump never ended up in my rap. I never glorified him. You know, most of the guys from New York glorified him.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's in about 500 hip-hop songs.
I ain't gonna lie.
Trump is in about 500 New York hip-hop songs.
I stayed this nigga whole time.
I'm worried about Trump.
I ain't even gonna lie. I won't even gonna lie. But the nigga act like a nigga then.
Exactly.
He act like one of us.
Trump is a rap song gone bad.
As soon as he got popping, he said, "I'm gonna fuck with the white racists because those are the people that's gonna come out and vote for him."
I actually hung out with Trump.
What?
I believe
it. I believe it.
You know, back in the day.
And he got properties out here.
I'm like you. You know, he was a cool motherfucker.
Did you give him a dirty? No.
No,
actually,
you gotta give Trump a dirty now next time.
Hey, actually, I thought I was like,
you gonna try?
The party I was at with him, I was like, oh, y'all trying to get something on me? Let me get the fuck out of here. Now y'all got cameras in this room here.
Now Trina, she's one of the Miami stable. She's like one of the first female artists, sex symbol. Kind of took your a format. How you feel about Trina?
That's my girl. That's my little niece.
That's what's
you know,
up,
me and you know, when you hear the song "It's Your Birthday" and say Trina, "It's your birthday," that was her on the song.
I never even thought about that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
I never thought about that.
You know, she used to hang out at the studio and all that.
Right.
I know her since she was real young.
Right.
Stepdad, Mr. Wonderful on 15th. That's the store we used to hang out at. You know, when I was a rough guy. You know, and she used to be the little girl running around and all that. You know, that's when I was not a nice guy. Okay. And so I kind of watch her grow up.
Okay.
Not a nice guy.
So big up Trina, Trick Daddy, everybody from Miami, these artists. We in Miami, we want to respect that. So Luke, we're pretty much wrapping this up. You started like the sex, the strip clubs. I had a party with you in Sobe Live. The shit was turned the fuck out. I mean, this was years ago when Sobe Live was open. But then my manager told me, I said, yo, we
You should have went to the one in the tunnel.
Oh, I went to the one. No, I didn't go to your joint in the tunnel. I'm sorry. I might have been locked up at the time. I'm not sure. But
okay. You was locked up for a period of time.
What year was this? You thinking?
I did the tunnel, man.
That must have been crazy.
91,
then
92.
I got barred out of
Speed?
No, the Apollo.
Oh, you got who got barred from the Apollo? Hold on, you got barred from the Apollo? What the fuck did you do? Go on. I just did the Apollo the other day on Thursday.
Fucking 5 rows caved in.
Oh, because
I did.
Ashes shaking.
Oh, that shit was motherfuckers got girlfriend stabbed the boyfriend and shit. After the show, girlfriend on stage giving head and shit.
Goddamn.
Motherfucking dope boy then killed this.
Them Miami boys and fucked it up.
Do you think there could be a new Luke right now? Do you think like right now?
No.
Like what you No.
Okay. No.
I don't think they can.
No, man, you can't reinvent that.
I'm the only one they can't get.
Can it be?
They can get the rest of them. They can.
Can it be a new 2 Live crew? Like I'm talking about other niggas, like new artists.
A new
2 Live. Yeah. But not Luke.
Not no Luke.
Okay.
No, you gotta go through some shit. You got a lot of these young pimp boys.
I don't think that's fair either.
I
don't think there could be a new 2 Live crew. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was just the era that was brand new. Anybody does it now, it's not brand new no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't think
since him, it's been Too Short's been keeping it alive.
But it's not gonna be as shocking. Look, when 2 Live Crew came, it was shocking.
That's what I'm saying, like another new young dude what
are they gonna do? Fucking
because
eat ass backwards?
Yeah, most of them
do?
they'll have a naked video and then they'll go into another video.
Right.
Like all of their videos was like, you know what I'm saying, like my right arm was hurting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting on the. I was jerking off as a kid watching your videos. I'm sorry, it's weird, but I gotta tell you, you know what I mean? So there cannot be another Luke.
Right.
There cannot.
I don't think so.
I would like to see that. I would like to see artists resurgence, like with styles, like not biting nobody's shit, but reminding me, like Joey Badass reminds me of Buckshot.
There might be resemblance.
Nas reminds me of Rakim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying Nas is not Rakim and Joey Badass isn't Buckshot, but it does remind me. You know what I mean? They can never be. Can somebody come close?
Resemblance, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now, when the last time you been in a strip club?
Yesterday.
Last time I was in a strip club last week.
Last week?
Close enough.
And are you like, all right, they keeping the tradition going, or you like, let me get the fuck up out of here most of the time?
I mean, you got different types of strip clubs. I mean, you got some that's
Tussies,
just straight
they don't play
brothels
hip-hop.
and shit.
Oh,
You
brothels,
know,
straight brothels.
They
Yeah.
just fucking
Let's
in
talk about
there.
those.
That's almost all
Where
Miami
at?
strip
Vegas?
clubs.
You know, then
Vegas
you
or
got
Hollandale?
some clubs that's dancing and
Shout out to Showgirls. That's Color
Yeah.
Ridge. That's
Shout
what
out
we
to
fuck
Cheetahs
with.
and Holiday.
yeah, some strip clubs ain't got no fucking chairs. Everybody's standing up looking at the stage. You know, they got comedy and shit going on. I mean, it's different.
They got comedy going on.
Scarlet. Shout out to Scarlet. It's fact.
Scarlet.
Scarlet of the block from Cheetahs.
Take one was always
Yeah, you
crazy.
know, and
Yeah,
let me tell you
all the
something.
mistresses in the strip
let me
club,
tell you
they
something.
fucked up the mistress game.
Miami and Atlanta. I remember at one point we would look at y'all niggas and be like, they throwing their money to bitches. Yeah, right now there's no regular clubs in New York. It's only strip clubs.
Yeah.
But I remember us clowning niggas like,
Yeah.
like I remember the Players Ball and all that. We used to laugh at niggas in the South like, these niggas is crazy. Y'all hang out with bitches getting naked, and then remember. Like strip club was a one night a week thing. It was like on a Tuesday, on a Friday. Now it's an everyday thing. Every day something is open. And now that y'all niggas done integrated New York. Oh yeah, y'all some fucked up niggas for that, man.
Yeah.
I'm not making noise for that. I'm just letting y'all know that. It's good. Y'all fucked up our whole city, my
That's
city.
good. That's
It's a part,
good.
it's a part of our culture in Miami.
Like you could just not. Like, I mean, back in the days, you could look at a girl and be like, "Oh, that's a nice girl." Like right now, you could, like, if you see a girl rolling a bag, you're like, "Oh man, it's fucking Miami just got this bitch. this bitch is rolling a bag. You just came from Tootsie's, huh? You just came from like it's crazy." So I just want to thank you once again. JetBlue, Uncle Luke, man.
Oh, we got the bag. We got
a bag. We got a bag for you.
A bag?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
We got a bag for you.
We trying to be professional.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
This from the drink champs to you.
The drink champs
Not
to you.
that drink you didn't like.
Oh no.
No. That's my personal.
That's his
Okay.
personal.
I'm
Yeah.
Cuban, but I'm fucking with the Colombians.
No,
And we got the Drink Champs shirt, Drink Champs cups.
Yeah. Big up that Royal Elite, Fat Joe. Big up Moet. Big up Rick Ross,
Joe,
Young
what, Fat
Sav.
Joe still live here?
Man, he's getting so much money, man.
Fat Joe been coming here for years,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
He still live here?
Oh yeah, he still live here. He
Yeah.
still live here. Big
Yeah,
up to
Joe,
September
man.
10th. We having this party go down. So all the people, we want you to come out. We're gonna invite all the guests. Uncle Luke, I can't thank you so much because you are the Miami King. And we wouldn't feel comfortable continuing this show or having this show without the
No.
boss
We've been
man
trying.
coming through and co-signing us. We want to salute. We want to tell the people, go out there and get your book. It's very important
The
because
book of Luke.
what you heard today is just a piece of how phenomenal
We not even
this
chipping
book
the surface with that
You know what I
motherfucker.
mean? And then not only that, you young motherfuckers. Not only do you listen to this interview and then read this book, but go out there and do your research. Go out there and see why you heard EFN's voice cracking and my voice cracking as we asking questions and we sitting back and learning things. It's because we're excited to see a legend. It is not bad for you to be a fan of somebody else.
Nah, man.
What makes a great artist
created
is
the
great
blueprint.
artists are fans of other people
Yep.
and ain't afraid to be fans of other people. Here you are. This is what makes Drinks Champs dope, is that you get to hear me and EFN act like young boys again.
We geeking out
because
right
we
now.
sitting with a legend like Luke, and we just sitting here and just so open because, and it don't matter the fuck what ratings we at, that don't matter. What matters is to keep hip hop alive. And we don't, interview new artists. We interview legends because that's who we know about. We don't gotta Google. But if you're a young guy and you into this Drink Champs, I suggest you Google.
Yeah.
You
buy the book.
No, that's what I'm about to say. You not only listen to this interview, you not only listen to the book, but go and get your interview because when you see Nelly Tip Trail, and I'm talking about the video now, I'm not talking about the girl, but the video, a lot of people think that was the first video, the first X-rated video. Period.
Oh, we knew that.
And that bothers me. Yeah. That bothers me because it's like, damn, as an OG, I'm the next generation. So I kind of blame myself. But I can't be on Twitter every single day. But some of you guys who love hip-hop, go out there and do your research because you ain't doing nothing new under the sun. And that's not a diss to you guys. That's to stay tuned, 100%. Do your research. Uncle Luke, we can't think. Know your history.
Know your history.
Ain't nothing about that. Because just think about it. Us as being, African, Latinos, or whatever, if we don't know the history that we got on a boat and motherfuckers put us in the slave shit, then guess what? If you don't know, next time a motherfucker asks you on a boat, you're gonna be like, let me get my paddle. And your monkey ass gonna be somewhere dumb, where stupid. So go do your motherfucking history. Uncle Luke, we love you, man. Warrior leaders in the building. Let's go, pop.
Make some
We need Christmas, man. We need